And welcome to episode 4 of the Inside Drive podcast. We appreciate everybody that keeps tuning in, watching after the fact, all those wonderful things. And of course, as always, we are live from the Turn Up Studios, not the Pineapple Studios, but indeed the Turn Up Studios right here on Harrison Avenue. If you guys are looking for a great place to do a podcast, there's really only one in Bay County that you should come to, and that is Turn Up Studios. This is a turnkey operation. As you know, all you got to do is sit here and talk. They take care of the rest. We also appreciate our sponsors, Panhandle Credit Union. The quality relationships that they have with our community is what Panhandle Credit Union is all about. Whether it's sponsoring an event, donating to a cause, providing loan options, or setting up people with great banking products, Panhandle Credit Union is here to serve those who live, work, worship, and attend school in Bay and other surrounding counties. Together, Panhandle Credit Union builds community. Visit panhandlecu.org or swing by any location for more information and then, of course, to join. Also got our other big-time sponsor. That's our good friends over at Golf Plus. Alan Watson and his crew do a fantastic job. If you want to improve your score, Golf Plus is clearly the only place in Bay County and beyond to go check out. They have not only been featured in Golf Magazine, but also Golf Digest Magazine as the top fitters in the country. And as we know, getting fit for your golf clubs makes you a better golfer. And then, of course, they have lots of in-stock stuff. They've got the great fitting area with the screen, and they can get all your clubs fixed. You need a new shaft, you need a new lie or loft, you can get that done right there at Golf Plus. Their fitting studio and repair shop on the beach, only place to go. They are located in the shops at Edgewater next to Firefly. You can give them a call, 850-249-2726, or online at golfplusretail.com. Their end of summer specials are still going on, but time is running out. 31st coming up this Sunday. That'll be the end of the sale. And of course, they still have their buy one at full retail hat, and you get another one for free. Get you prepared for the fall golfing season. They got tons of other stuff on sale as well. Go visit Golf Plus in the Edgewater Shopping Plaza. And we appreciate not only Golf Plus, but Panhandle Credit Union for their sponsorships here of the Inside Drive podcast. Speaking of getting better at the game of golf, excited to have him. I feel like I've seen him more in the last 2 weeks than I've seen him in the last several months. Jay Henley back in studio with us today. Jay, how the heck are you?
Doing good, Ryan. Try not to lean into the microphone.
You don't have to. You can just sit there and talk. That's the beauty of the Turn Up Studios podcast. They get everything set for you, and you just got to sit there, look pretty, and talk.
Well, I don't know about
you got a little goatee action going on, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're not going to do the mustache man like everybody else seems to be doing?
Well, I had the neck beard going, and then I just...
What's a neck beard?
Like where, you get all the hair down here.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, some high school kids told me, they were like, Coach Jay, you can't do that. That's not cool.
Was it
the
just
neck beard's not cool?
You just had beard on your neck and nothing anywhere else?
Well, yeah, I had the mustache and the goatee, but all the hair was down here too, so I had to take care of that.
Yeah, so you had a little 5 o'clock shadow down there too.
Oh, yeah, more than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But there's a lot of gray in there too.
It's okay. It's wisdom. It's wisdom, not age.
I'm not wise.
Why hasn't anybody done just the neck beard?
Well,
we could call it the scarf beard.
I feel like that was probably something about 10 or 15 years ago. I think it was.
Really?
I really do.
You should bring it back. That'd be epic. If you
like Jason Statham. Was it Jason Statham? I think he had the neck beard for a bit.
That's interesting. I've never seen anybody with just neck beard.
May try it.
Yeah, get it going. That might be cool. But I mean, obviously, the mustache is certainly in right now. You see a lot of people with just the mustache.
The 80s stash.
That's right. That's right.
Did your dad have the 80s stash?
He actually did.
Yeah.
Fun fact, he did.
Yeah.
If I were to do that, I get stopped at the airport a lot already now. But if I did that, I would certainly get stopped at the airport. I'd probably get stopped at other places as well. I mean, I definitely look a little south of the border-y, maybe Middle Eastern-y when I just I've never just had a mustache.
Yeah.
I feel like despite all the support she provides for me, my caretaker would probably stop caring as much if I just had a mustache.
Just try it, Ryan. Come on.
I don't know. I've had a full beard. That's what this is called, right?
Right. Full
since 2013.
Okay.
So Liam has never seen me without a beard. And most of Ryan's life, she's never seen me without a beard.
You ought to freak him out one after.
I ought to do what you see people doing where they, you shave And then that was more for babies, and then they get upset and they didn't know who their dad was if they had a full beard and then shaved it.
Oh yeah,
You've seen a lot of those videos.
Yeah.
Those are certainly pretty crazy. I got another one for you, Jay.
Yes.
Local fruit. People say, "Oh, we use local fruit. We use local fruit for a juice." And the reason I thought of this is because we had Max in on Tuesday, and his friend has Sunsets and Juices. And they are very, very good, by the way. I'm trying to plug her, so she'll send me some juice.
Yeah.
But it says local fruit. You think when that fruit grows up, how is it? Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where you're a local from.
Yeah.
Right?
Peaches.
You think, yeah, there you go. You think people ask the local fruit where they're from, and they say where they're locally from? Or do you think, they just grow up and they forget where they're from? Because I'm from New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey, and you grew up in Griffin, Georgia, as we know, and local fruit. Where'd that local fruit grow up? You think as they get older, they don't know where they're from?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about Jersey though? Like what?
Actually, the produce is fantastic in New Jersey.
Yeah.
They got the cranberry bogs, great tomatoes, great corn. There's a lot of farmland people don't realize.
Yeah.
People don't realize. Yeah. Let's dive into some golf action.
What about oranges?
Oranges? That's typically
Florida. Is that local?
Yeah, I don't know what defines local fruit.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because I know a lot of places can only grow certain things of fruit.
It's true.
And I'm not throwing shade at the juices. The juices are delicious.
Right.
But anyway, did you actually want to talk about, I saw you post something. Some of your students have been very successful lately.
They have.
Even on the golf course, making a hole-in-one. I think I saw that recently.
Yeah.
You had a player in the Emerald Coast Junior Tour make a hole-in-one.
Luke Gigilio.
Nice.
And if I'm not I can never pronounce his name right. Gigilio.
It's because you didn't grow up in the Northeast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. But no, he hit a gap wedge in from 109 yards in the Emerald Coast Junior Golf Tour event. First one ever. And then on
first ever
eagle, by the way. He had never had an eagle.
Dang, he checked off 3 boxes in one shot.
He sure did.
That's impressive.
But we were talking about it a few days before, and he's like, Coach Jay, I've never had an eagle before, and I was like, man, this could be your weekend, and he did it in a tournament. So
wow,
kind of cool, huh?
That is impressive, no doubt. So yeah, congratulations to him. I think I saw Ethan McGregor have a great tournament as well in the championship. Also saw, now that you're not with Arnold, I think they've won their first 2 matches of the fall. Luke is the coach of that team. Is that the right?
Yeah,
name?
Luke Logan. Yeah, I mean, it's high school golf, man. I mean, they had 23 kids show up for Bay High School, Mosley, Arnold, all the high schools, about 22, 23 kids.
Participate,
yeah.
Wow.
And participation is way up. And not necessarily just, I think I saw an email from the Florida High School Association come through the other day, and participation is, for sports is just way up there right now. So
I mean, that's a good thing for sure.
That is really
also want to, you've kind of been working on this for a while, right? Don't be modest. Your programs have a lot of kids come through them. And now, because you've been here for a little while now, 2022?
Yeah.
That's when you came back. So now you've had, 3 years getting these kids up into the high school level, and you're seeing it pay off with a lot of good scores. And I feel like the competition on the high school golf level has gotten a lot better.
It has. Oh my gosh, it has. You've got 4 seniors at Arnold this year. You got the Williams twins. You got Ethan McGregor, Brady Lent. Those guys are graduating this year. Arnold Golf next year, I don't know what's going to happen over there, but you got Bay and Mosley who are going to have phenomenal golf teams coming up because you have so many Holy Nativity kids coming up. Not sure which high school they're going to pick, but they're either going to go Bay or Mosley. And, man, the future is crazy bright for the golf for Bay and Mosley.
I mean, and sure. Even if they, don't go on to play at the next level, which is, I think, golf, obviously football is pretty damn hard too, but golf to go up to that next level, I mean, you've got to be the best out of so many kids. So even if they don't go on, you're teaching them a sport that they're going to be able to play for the rest of their life. And obviously, we've talked about it at length before, the parallels between playing a round of golf and walking through life are so similar.
Yep.
You can get good breaks, you can get bad breaks, but how you handle those breaks in both life and golf is, what kind of defines you as a person and your character. So.
I'm with you. And, it's kind of like, and I don't know about football. I'm sure it's the same way, but like balance, right? I mean, you've got to be aggressive, but you can't be too aggressive. You've got to be.
Footwork is paramount in football.
Yeah.
And balance, where your center of gravity is, and it changes for every position that, is out there on the football field. So.
And I like, you gotta be hungry, but you can't be too hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's weird.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You gotta take risks when the risk presents itself, but don't be too aggressive and too risky, or it can come back to bite you.
Yeah,
I could see a lot of crossover between golf and football in that that way.
Well, I mean, you think about like all the high schools that are entering week 1 and week 2, and then you got college football today, right?
Yeah,
like,
you do have a game tonight. Absolutely.
Just from a coach's standpoint, like at what point do you like turn the ignition on for your players? Like, was it months ago, or is it 10 minutes before the game?
I think it was months ago for most of them. As they start camps and all that, that's when it really gets going, and coaches get everybody fired up. Obviously, pregame and stuff like that matters too. But I think they've been going hard now for several months since practices and the camps opened up. In early August.
Yeah.
But
you got to strike when the iron's hot.
No doubt. No doubt. That's one of my favorite phrases, strike when the iron's hot. And then, of course, iron sharpens iron as well is another good one.
That's right.
Is another good one. I do want to mention real quick, the NFL Pick'em is out there. I shared it on my Facebook page earlier today. David Hayes and myself are kind of running that one. He's the one collecting all the money. So if you do want to sign up, once you send in your $20, you can do that via Venmo. He or I will send you the password to get into that pick'em. And I will say it is a winner-take-all pick'em, but Jay, you were the victor of that last year, so that just shows everybody that if you don't think you're good at it, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I mean, what was your strategy last year in the pick'em?
Any, mini, money, mo.
Yeah.
Catch a tiger by his toe.
There you go.
If he hollers.
Let him go. And then did you do the my mom says to pick the very best one, and you are it.
That's it.
Did you ever see the Seinfeld episode where they were doing it wasn't eeny meeny, it was something else, but it all depends, it's the same result on whoever you start. Yeah. It's either gonna be that person or the opposite person. But yes, you can check that out on my Facebook page and David Hayes' Facebook page. Trying to get that up to a bunch. We had 50, 60 players last year, maybe even 70.
I think so.
Yeah, I know you got a good chunk of money, that was for sure.
Yeah, and then once you're kind of out of it by week 5 or week 6, then it becomes like 20 players that are in it. Like there's a lot of people who just kind of.
I mean, I wasn't near the top, and I was still giving it my all.
Well, yeah. Well, you're different.
Categorize me. Don't categorize me.
You're different than most.
Oh goodness, better than most.
You're better than most. And different than most.
Better than most.
Yeah.
Better than most.
Yeah.
But yes, speaking of golf, Keegan Bradley made his captain's picks yesterday, and one of the big stories, obviously Scotty Scheffler, J.J. Spawn, Xander Schauffele, Cousin Russell, your boy Harris English, and then the live golfer Bryson DeChambeau all qualified via points that concluded on August 17th, and then the other 6 participants of the Ryder Cup were captain's picks yesterday by Keegan Bradley, who's been playing really good golf the last several months as well. Even got a playoff win a few weeks ago, but decided not to pick himself. He kind of went out and said a few months ago when he got the captaincy, which I think is a great captain's pick, or a captain for the Ryder Cup. He said he wasn't going to pick himself unless he played his way into these 6. And then obviously he wouldn't be picking himself. He would have automatically qualified. So a lot of people thought he still might pick himself simply because, he's been playing arguably some of the best golf in the last several weeks. Yeah. But he did not pick himself. What do you think about him not picking himself? You like it that he's kind of staying true to what he said, or do you think he would have been a valuable asset to the Ryder Cup team?
We've talked about this before, but like leadership, you're either going to show action or you're going to, be very verbal about it and show leadership through words. I feel like Keegan is a very emotional player.
Yeah.
Unlike Scotty Scheffler, unlike so many robots that are in the, golf today. I think he would have been better off leading the charge Group 1
from a player standpoint.
Set the example high. He can do all of his coaching and his stuff prior.
Yeah.
Let his assistants, with technology, right? I mean, you can stay in tune with what's going on with every match.
No doubt.
I feel like Keegan probably should have elected to be a player. That's my thought. He's too emotional.
Well, and I think, too, he's going to be a fantastic captain because this Ryder Cup coming up here in, about a month or so, maybe a little shorter than a month, is going to be a epic Ryder Cup simply because it's at Bethpage Black. And if y'all don't know where Bethpage Black is, it's in Farmingdale, New York, which is just on the far west side of Long Island. And these New York fans, I mean, they want a U.S. win so bad. And it's going to be rowdy and raucous. I don't know if they put it out on social media. If you heard Keegan's call to Sam Burns,
I haven't. I
would watch it
because
it'll get you a little emotional. I mean, It was just a great call, and it really emphasizes how good of a leader Keegan Bradley is, and how much I think obviously when he didn't get the captains or didn't get a pick a couple years ago, it was all on Netflix. So the whole, people that watched the Full Swing documentary got to see the heartbreak that he felt. So I feel like when he was picked to be the captain, a lot of golf fans and sports fans in general, have gotten behind Keegan Bradley and, are ready for a wild, fun Ryder Cup and the U.S. to bring the trophy back over here to the States. Obviously, we do well when we're playing on our own home, but we haven't won over in Europe in a long time, and I think they want to have a statement.
Oh yeah.
But you need guys that are fiery, but my whole point, my long-winded point on this one is, these guys want to play not only for their country, but they want to play for Keegan as well.
Absolutely.
And that's what you need out of a captain.
Yeah, and think about Payne Stewart back in '99. Let's go back to Brookline.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an emotional Ryder Cup. I feel like the way Keegan is, like I said, he's very, very emotional.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's going to be a drama-filled weekend of. It's going to be great.
And there's a lot of huge football games that weekend as well. I don't have them off the top of my head. I just know that's going to be as far as sports weekends go, that's going to be a really, really crazy sports weekend. Yeah. His captain's picks, and we'll get your thoughts kind of on some of these guys. Sam Burns, he's returning to the Ryder Cup team after making his debut in 2023. Obviously, he's been playing some of the better golf in the last month or two. He finished tied for 4th at the BMW Championship and tied 7th in the Tour Championship. He's ranked 1st on tour this season in strokes gained putting, and then, of course, putting inside 10 feet. He's just shy of 91%. Obviously, he's got a hot putter. How important is putting in a Ryder Cup?
Big
that important. That's how important putting is in the Ryder Cup. Yeah. Patrick Cantlay was another pick. He's 33 years old. This is his 3rd Ryder Cup. Obviously, he brings a wealth of match play experience, and he owns a 5-2-1 career Ryder Cup record, highlighted by the perfect 2-0-0 mark in singles and 3-0-1 performance back in 2001. He's had 10 top 15 finishes this season, including tied for 2nd at the Tour Championship. What do you think about Cantlay returning to the team?
I think he poses a mental approach to
because of the Europe. Remember in the last Ryder Cup over in Europe there was this whole hat controversy.
Yep.
So I mean,
and he slow plays people. He
does slow play people. That is for certain. Next captain's pick was Ben Griffin. He is 29 years old. He collected his first 2 PGA Tour victories this year. His 10 top 10 results this season, which tied for 2nd on tour, only behind, of course, Scotty Scheffler. Included a Memorial runner-up, PGA Championship tied for 8th. He was tied for 10th in the U.S. Open, FedEx Cup St. Jude Championship tied for 9th, and he finished tied for 10th in the Tour Championship. Obviously, Ben Griffin this was kind of his breakout season, and pretty cool to earn a Ryder Cup pick for somebody who's obviously never played in the Ryder Cup before.
Yeah.
What do you think about old Griffin?
His son, every time he wears those sunglasses, though, Ryan, I think he needs a new pair of sunglasses.
Yeah. I'll send him an email. Maybe he'll hear it and swap them out.
And then Keegan. I mean, let's go back to Keegan. Okay. He has kids clubs. Every time you look at him, it looks like he's swinging U.S. kids clubs.
Well, he's a really, really tall fella, and his arms aren't very long, so he's got that.
Oh.
He's got that. Come on,
Makes
Jay.
sense.
Come on.
Makes sense.
Oh, goodness. Colin Morikawa, or Morikawi, as our good friend Keith Fleming always says. This is his third time in the Ryder Cup. He is a two-time major champion. He's 4-3-1 all time, including 2-1-0 in foursomes and in four-ball, going 3-0-1 in his Ryder Cup debut back at Whistling Straits in 2021. He ranks second on the tour this year in strokes gained tee to green and third in strokes gained approach around the green. Morikawa, good pick.
All the way.
All the way?
Absolutely. Cowabunga.
Nice.
Cowabunga.
I'm sure he hasn't heard that before. And then, of course, this was kind of an interesting one. And, Justin Thomas was selected for the U.S. Ryder Cup team by Captain Keegan Bradley. Obviously, JT is an emotional guy out there on the Ryder Cup stage. So certainly one of those guys that brings a lot of experience. He's got a 7-4-2 record, including 3-0-0 in singles matches. What's the third digit represent in your Ryder Cup record?
I'm going to go with tie.
Bing, 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 bing.
Oof.
Nice job.
Thank you.
I was a little worried you weren't going to get that right, but you did good. You did good.
Is tie a win, though? I mean,
it's a half a point.
I don't know, but do you consider it a win or do you consider it a loss in your opinion? If you had to pick one.
I would say it would be a loss in my mind.
See, I'm thinking win.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the scenario. Did you come back or did you collapse down to the tie?
Right.
If you came back to the tie, I would consider that a win. But if you collapsed to the tie, I would consider that a loss.
They need to do away with the ties.
I know.
Ugh.
Extra holes.
Yeah.
I mean, in the USAM, US Junior Am, in the NCAA National Championship, they don't end in ties.
No.
But again, they have to settle that. But, I mean, they could do half points, but they don't end in ties. Maybe we should make a petition to stop ties in the Ryder Cup.
Think so.
And then the last but not least is Cam Young. He's 28. He's one of 4 Ryder Cup rookies on the USA team. Obviously, a great season for Cam Young. He made history back in 2017 at Bethpage Black when he was a teenager to become the first amateur to capture the Met PGA New York State Open. That Met section up there in the Northeast is a very, very tough golfing section. A lot of players. I was never in the Met section, but I was in the New Jersey section, so there was a lot of crossover between the Jersey section and the Met Open. Those guys could ball.
Probably like South Florida section.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and a lot of those guys that are in that section in the winter, they travel down to the South Florida section. So, a lot of really, really strong golfers in those particular fields. But
now is Cam Young the one that's really hasn't been able to seal the deal? Or am I missing that?
He's definitely had a lot of close run. He's not on the Fleetwood level.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Fleetwood had, this year especially had a couple tough losses, but then obviously kind of avenged all that in one of the biggest ways, winning the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup title. So, but yeah, Cam Young's he kind of started off on fire and then kind of got a lull there for a little while, and this year he's played a lot better golf.
Yeah.
We talked about Cam Young in length at our last 2 Off the Tee podcast as we were approaching the FedEx Cup final round there.
Is there no, back to the Tour Championship, I've got to ask this question.
Sure.
I mean, obviously back in the day, Scheffler started at 10 or 12 under par on,
Yep.
I get it. That's a little bit out there.
Scheffler would have won by 1 if that was the format.
Would he? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So now everybody starts at even.
Yep.
Do you feel like that's fair?
It's a debate. Because, the original FedEx Cup, remember, it was that wonky point system. You really had no idea what everybody was doing except because you were watching the telecast.
Yeah.
And then they went to, obviously, the strokes thing. And Max asked this same question on Tuesday, and this was my answer. You still have the Player of the Year award, and that's obviously going to go to Scottie Scheffler. And that, to me, represents more the best player of the year because that's what the award is for. I'm okay with the FedEx Cup final event being, it's just 30 guys. It was so difficult to get there in the first place. So reward the guys that all made that top 30 with all of them having a chance to win the FedEx Cup. That's just my opinion. What about you?
I'm with you. I just don't. Domination, right? They don't want domination anymore. Even though Tiger dominated 25 years ago.
He was just such a different cat because, obviously, no pun intended there, the big cat. He was just so different because no one had ever done what he had done.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot flashier. But, both sides of it, you have a dominant player. People will engage with that dominant player and be excited about that particular player. But then at the same time, parity is great for all sports as well. So if you're looking for more parity, and maybe that was kind of a decision too in that final leg of the FedEx Cup at the Tour Championship is, hey, let's throw everybody into the mix and maybe we'll have closer competition, a little more parity.
Yeah.
Because who knows? I mean, and again, based on how they shot, Scotty would have won by 1. But if he had that -10 start, who knows what he would have done, outside of just looking at it if it was, would have been that particular way. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly interesting. The PGA Tour has been changing a lot of things as of late. But I think, the way this particular season went for him, obviously, the Live PGA conversation is kind of fading away, in my opinion. I think the Live is what they are, and the PGA Tour is now what they are, and they're moving in their own direction. And does it dilute anything? At this point, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's just the reality of golf right now. And that takes a lot for me to say because I was so anti-PGA Tour when this all kind of went down, simply because what they did to Rory and, where they drew their line in the sand was basically, saying nonsense things with, the 9/11 victims. And they were using things to put it again. And I just thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know we've got a lot of games to talk about real quick. You want to do a couple? Actually, first, let me mention American Charlie's. Our Athlete of the Week competition is still going on. It was posted on Monday. You can find that post. You can nominate your athlete, and whoever gets the most interactions, whether it's likes, hearts, cares, mad faces, whatever it may be, whoever gets the most of those will win a $50 gift card to American Charlie's. Camden Mooney was our winner in week 1. We also did a competition of your dogs. It was National Dog Day the other day, and Kyle Albritton had the most interactions on his particular post. He also won a $50 American Charlie's gift card. You can check out American Charlie's. They got great daily specials. They got 15 TVs for all your college and NFL games, which obviously big weekend coming up in college football, but then we are a week away from the start of the NFL season.
Ooh.
Start of the NFL season. Yes, we had our the Bay Point fantasy group continues to live on, and we had our online draft last night, and I was also doing a simultaneous draft with a bunch of people that Bill does a fantasy league with up in the Northeast. I got in with them, and as I mentioned to you in the show, I finished the ESPN draft. Obviously, it was staggered because the other one started about 30 minutes later, and I was getting ready to go upstairs and watch some TV and just do the other one on my phone. And I got sucked into some long division with my son and totally forgot that I was doing that draft. So I would say about 50% of that draft, it was just auto-picked for me, unfortunately. But I still do know how to do long division. So there's a positive and a negative.
Let me ask you this question about long division. Yeah. So, do you still use the check mark and then the very long line?
Yeah.
You still use that? That's amazing.
Still the same, and you still you find the first 2 numbers. It was up to millions in long division that they were doing.
Yeah.
And you still carry the number down, cross it out, carry the next number down, divide it, and just keep going all the way too.
I'm amazed.
The only thing that I got kind of tricked up on a little bit was the 0 situation. You just carry a 0 to the up top.
See, I would have forgot that.
I did initially, but Liam kind of reminded me. We worked through it together, and then I was obviously disappointed.
So were you teaching Liam, or was Liam teaching you?
I was kind of helping a little bit, but he was really the one that knew what the heck was going on.
Right.
I settled in a little bit once I saw some and kind of remembered how to do it. That took me a little bit of time. A couple things coming up at American Charlie's. Sons of Saints will be coming up tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. And they kind of had a funny post. They said, skip the collard greens at Crackle Barrel and join us at American Charlie for some real Southern cooking, 6 to 9 p.m. You know why they said that?
No. Cracker
Barrel took collard greens off their menu.
Did they really?
Yes, that was really what kind of got everything going. The renovations, and I am throwing shade at Cracker Barrel. They took the collard greens off the menu. That upset a lot of people. Then they changed the interior to be more modern and engaging these. And then you obviously know about the logo situation. And then, of course, they came back on that and reversed it real quick. Because of the
Unbelievable.
public outcry. That's your best gauge of whether something's going to work or not. If you change something and everybody is livid about it, maybe it was the wrong decision.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the old country store, you got it, you know.
I think his name is Herschel on the logo.
What's his name?
Herschel, I think.
Is it?
I could be wrong, but I think I thought it was Herschel.
Huh.
Yeah.
How about that?
We learned something from it. But yes, so
When's
that's
the last time you had Cracker Barrel?
this year, I'm not the biggest fan.
I'm not either.
And, you know, when you have kids, my wife is a huge Cracker Barrel fan, mainly because of the collards, and I think.
Oh.
Yeah. But now it's not there, so maybe I don't have to go anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't need to lean in the mic either. I saw
No,
you do it too many times. It's
Yeah.
sticking with me here. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. If it works, why change it?
That's right.
Like Tiger Woods' swing.
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
That's right. Because then you may end up making it broke.
That's right.
And your business broke as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they realized it and they switched it back real quick.
Yeah.
That would have been an expensive signage change, too.
Yeah.
Think about all the Cracker Barrels in the country and all the stuff they have on the tables. Obviously, their big sign on the thing. But
I go for Waffle House every time. I look at Cracker Barrel as a breakfast place.
Yeah.
I know they have good meatloaf, I think, but yeah, Ma.
We actually had some waffle heezy this morning.
Did you? Yeah.
Got to load up before my first Keytruda injection later on today.
I got you. A lot of protein.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. A lot of protein there at the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Waffle House.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The Waffle House. I got you. All right. I got you. Right over.
It's all right. It's all right.
It takes me an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes.
I hadn't heard that in a while. Good to have you back saying that. You want to do some afternoon or good morning delight debriefs?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll let you. Oh, I had one more announcement. Actually, I think Sons of Saints might be tonight, so I apologize because tomorrow night, the 29th is tomorrow, right?
I'm going to check, and yes, you are correct.
Okay, so Ashley Morgan will be performing tomorrow night at American Charlie's from 8 to 11 p.m. Get out and check out the beautiful voice of Ashley Morgan tomorrow night at American Charlie's. Sons of Saints is tonight, just FYI. So Sons of Saints tonight from 6 to 9, Ashley Morgan tomorrow from 8 to 11 p.m. All right, you want to lead us off? You want to bat first in the lineup?
Well, look, so the Little Caesars thing, we did talk about that a few weeks ago. I remember doing that one a few weeks ago. I do remember that one. I can do it again.
No, don't do it again.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it again. How about
I don't remember.
The headline's good, but the rest is even better.
All right, let's hear it.
The headline is Florida couple arrested for selling tickets to heaven.
Wow.
What? A couple in Florida.
Shocked
Tito.
It's in Florida.
I know, right?
Shocked.
We crazy down here.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, insane. A couple in Florida, Tito and Amanda Watts, were arrested a few days ago for selling golden tickets to heaven to hundreds of people. They sold the tickets on the street for $99.
That's a heck of a deal.
Ooh, they kept it under 100.
Yeah, you got to keep it under 100.
You know, that's a great marketing strategy.
Absolutely. 100 sounds like too much.
Yeah, about $390,000 per ticket, whatever that is. Told buyers the tickets were made from solid gold and that each ticket reserved the buyer a spot in heaven. Simply present the ticket at the pearly gates and you are in.
Better make sure you've got it in your hand when you're ready to cross that threshold into the light.
Tito Watts said in his police statement, "I do not care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold, and it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and told me to
exactly
sell
where
them.
I would expect the tickets to be sold.
So I could get
behind the Colonel's house.
So I could get me some money to go to outer space.
He seems like a stable person.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Mentally.
I met an alien named Stevie who said if I got the cash together, he would take me and my wife on his flying saucer. Sounds like the
sounds pretty legit.
Jetsons.
It sounds pretty legit to me.
Yeah.
Where can I get one of these behind the KFC?
To his planet that is made entirely of drugs. You should arrest Jesus because he's the one that gave me the golden ticket. I am in her police statement. Amanda Watts said, "We just wanted to leave Earth and go to space and do drugs." I did not do
Sounds
anything.
like they're doing some of those not in space either, right here on the mothership Earth.
Tito sold the golden tickets to heaven. I just watched. Police say they confiscated over $10,000 in cash, drug paraphernalia, and a baby alligator.
Oh, that's the kicker. The baby alligator at the end. Maybe it was the baby alligator that they thought was old Jesus.
Oh, goodness.
There's going to be some disappointed people when they try to get in for their $100 entry fee.
They're gonna
$99.99 entry fee.
Yep. Skip up to the gate.
The wildest part of that whole story is the fact that people actually bought them.
You got that right.
I mean, I know some people are gullible, but that's a different level of gullible.
The old American consumer, Ryan.
That's right. They'll buy anything.
Yeah.
A lot of people already seen the story, I'm sure, but did you see it? Lil Nas X was arrested and hospitalized for reported overdose after being seen roaming Los Angeles streets in his underwear.
Who's Little Nas?
Take my horse to the old town road.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yeah,
there you go. I knew you'd remember that
Yeah.
one. He was wandering half naked in the middle of Ventura Boulevard at 4 a.m., just in underwear, cowboy boots, and even a traffic cone on his head. Witnesses say the rapper looked disoriented, muttering about heading to a party before charging at LAPD officers who tried to intervene. Cops subdued him, cuffed him, and paramedics rushed him to the hospital for what's being called a possible overdose. For now, he's still in treatment, but could also be facing charges. What do you think, Jay? A public meltdown or a publicity stunt gone wrong?
Honestly, Ryan, I feel like he was a male stripper named Cowboy, and he was getting off of his shift, and he got caught.
He was the music business wasn't so kind to him
He
anymore,
got caught.
so he needed to make some extra cash.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His name was Cowboy. Because he was in cowboy boots and underwear, you said?
Yeah, and he had a traffic cone on his head. He could have just been wearing a cowboy hat, but he decided to go with the traffic cone.
Yikes.
You got another one?
Give me one more.
All right. You can do one more. Get the ads. I hate the pop-up ads on these things. You're trying to read the story, and then the ads just pop up. And now I'm on the site, so now I'm going to get served. Thanks, Temu. Shout out to Temu.
Temu.
They'll send you stuff for cheap, but then it'll break instantaneously.
How about the plant-based company Moo drops the complicated names and lets you shop by vibe, not vocabulary? Have you ever been to mood.com?
No. My mood is solid.
Oh, this must be a dispensary, if you will. Dispensary.
Okay.
The well-known plant-based brand Mood has updated its product names to reflect specific moods, eliminating the need for customers to investigate potential effects. That's why Mood kept it straightforward. They tag items by feeling, not jargon. Chill, focus, sleep, say goodbye to deciphering. Simply pick the mood you desire. Interesting.
There you go.
What mood do you desire, Ryan?
Happiness and peace.
Those are two good ones.
You just asked for one, though, so I gave you two.
I got you.
All right. People may have seen this one, too, but it's too good not to, too good is maybe not the right term, but interesting stuff. Title of this article, Zoo asks people to donate their small pets as food for captive predators. Denmark. A zoo in Denmark is asking for donations of small pets as food for its predators. The Aalborg Zoo said it's trying to mimic the natural food chain of animals housed there for the sake of both the animal welfare and professional integrity, and offers assurances that the pets will be gently euthanized by trained staff. The zoo in northern Denmark explained in a Facebook post, if you have a healthy animal that needs to be given away for various reasons, feel free to donate it to us. The zoo points to guinea pigs, rabbits, and chickens as possible donations. After being euthanized, the food will be used as a fodder, the zoo said. I don't know what a fodder is. Maybe that's a typo. That way, nothing goes to waste, and we will ensure natural behavior, nutrition, and well-being of our predators, the zoo said. The online call for pet donations is accompanied by a picture of a wildcat baring its teeth with its mouth wide open and a link to the zoo's website. noting the facility is also interested in receiving horses. The zoo, which could not be immediately reached for additional details, does not list any other pets or animals as possible donations.
Dang.
Dang. Thoughts on that, Jay?
Oh, I don't even know where to start with that. Well, so they want like cats and dogs and stuff too?
I don't know. They didn't mention the old domestic animals there. Yeah, but if your guinea pig Fred is looking a little old and tired, send him to Denmark.
Dang.
And then your kids will be heartbroken.
That was my best part in Road Trip, though, the movie Road Trip. When old Tom Green. You remember Tom Green?
Oh, do I remember Tom Green? When he's dangling the mouse?
Yeah. I thought it was a guinea pig, but it was a mouse.
Yeah, it was a mouse. That'd have been tough if it was a guinea pig. I had a guinea pig.
Did you?
His name was Sebastian.
Oh, what happened to Sebastian?
He passed away.
Did he?
Yes. While I was sleeping, and my family. We had some people in town, and my family buried him in the woods, and I had no idea. I was like, "Where's Sebastian?" Like, he died. I was like, "How?" Like, he wasn't alive this morning.
How long did you have Sebastian?
Sebastian didn't last a whole long time.
Really?
Now, we did have a rabbit named Harold that one of my mom's siblings was into, like, helping save animals and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And he was a test bunny for Purina, and we ended up with him. His name was Harold. He was a French lop-eared bunny, and he ended.
He was a test bunny?
Yeah. So, like, he lived. It was like, I feel like it was like 20 or not 20 years, but he was alive for at least 15, 16 years. I got him when I was really young.
Yeah.
And he always used to go up to my dad's leg and give him a little love. But anyway, he had this is a kind of a morbid story.
No.
He had a seizure in his cage, and it looked like he hit his neck on his food bowl, and then he passed away. And I had a friend over at the time who then started petting the bunny after the seizure and was passed away. I don't talk to that guy anymore. His name was Seth. But it was just a wild story.
Pretty bird.
That's basically what it was like, but without the taped up neck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Harold. It was emotional. Wow. Yeah. Yep.
Now, what kind of test bunny was he doing for
maybe
Purina?
He might be testing different types of food, medication, that kind of stuff.
Really?
But yeah, and then somehow we ended up with the bunny, and he lived for a long, long time until the tragic passing away.
Is he like a full white bunny?
He was a French lop-eared bunny, and he had so lop-eared means their ears instead of being up.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I mean lop-eared kind of says it in the word, but yeah, he was white with black spots and all that stuff, and had little pink feet, big old feet. Yeah. He was a big bunny. I think at one point he was like 22 pounds. Kind of a common theme with pets that I've had. They get a little bigger than they're supposed to.
My son had 3 guinea pigs, but then he traded it in for a gecko. So he's got
I didn't know there was a market for trade-ins on guinea pigs. I mean, if you can't trade it in, you can send it to Denmark and they'll feed it to lions.
Yeah, maybe so, yeah.
It seems like not big enough. Maybe that's what the horses were for. How are you shipping your horse over to Denmark? I guess they're looking for local horses, not necessarily transatlantic horses.
The cargo ship.
Yeah. There you go. Like, you ever seen the movie Madagascar?
I have not.
Where they all come over it's an animated film, so yeah. They all come over, and it's got great music in it too as well.
Yeah.
This is much more typical of what we used to do.
It is, isn't it?
It feels good.
Yeah, it does.
It feels good.
Yeah.
We'll talk about. You got another one? If you don't, it's no big deal. We can. Well, I thought I had one really, really good one too. I think that might have just been the pets being fed to animals at a zoo that I thought was the really, really good one.
I don't know, man.
My
Instagram guy is just he's not on it like he used to be. The Dr. Grayfang guy, man, he's a great one.
Dr. Grayfang.
Grayfang.
You always say Dr. Grayfang. Dr. Grayfang. He got his PhD in something.
Traders on Kashi made over $184,000 betting on Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to get engaged. However, I heard that happened weeks ago.
Multiple weeks ago.
It's a scam.
Everything in life is a scam.
Yeah, it is.
This is, I don't know if this is a debrief or not, but is a review left on a Little Caesars. I don't know if y'all have seen this. It's been going around a little bit. This is from the gentleman who left the review. Stopped into this Little Caesars just trying to get a $6 pizza and ended up in a full-on action movie. Just as I grabbed my order, this furious dude barges in yelling about how I cut him off in traffic earlier. Before I can even respond, he throws a punch, but then out of nowhere, the guy behind the counter jumps over like he's been waiting for this moment his whole life and just beats the living hell out of the guy. The guy ran off, and the cashier just dusted himself off and said, "Are you okay, man?" And he looked me dead in the eye and said, "The B word, this is Little Caesars. We're always hot and ready."
There you go. Hot and ready.
Hot and ready in a different way there. I just thought that was a good one.
$5 make you holler.
That's right. There you go. There you go. I already talked about the cereal butt sniffer. I think we did that one last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, now that you're on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shoot for it.
How many or how wide do you think a blue whale's butthole is?
Whew.
How wide?
I'm glad you asked that question because I've been wondering that in the recent days. That's a tough one. I'm just going to throw out a number.
Go ahead.
6 feet.
Yeah. You're close. 3.5 feet.
Whew.
What in the world?
That's those farts come out are just. But there's some bubbles too because it's underwater.
I bet it goes. He probably sucks it back in.
Sucks it back in. Was he sucking the water in with it?
Yeah.
Talk about a blue whale, right?
Yeah.
3.5 feet.
That's the largest butthole on the planet.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Glad you brought that up.
That's fantastic.
Is that just a search you did? You were curious who has the largest
No,
butthole in the world?
We're talking buttholes last week, and then all of a sudden this thing starts you're
gonna get served with a bunch of fun facts about the old beehole now. Probably.
And now that I'm 45,
yeah, you better get in there.
It's time for the colonoscopy.
Yep. We can make some phone calls if you want us to.
Oh boy,
I'm sure we can dial out too.
You're not gonna talk me into this. Y'all talked me into Sailor getting.
But she needed to be fixed as well.
I know she did, but y'all.
And you need a colonoscopy as well.
You're not talking me into this one.
I can just make the call. Just need your insurance card to get this thing lined up. Do you need a referral for it, or you can just at the age you're like, I thought you were gonna do the old poop in a box thing. You just weren't comfortable with that.
I'm gonna do it and send it to the wrong address.
Send it to your mom.
Do y'all have an address you want me to send it to?
Maybe. But yes, take your health seriously.
Yes.
Get the colonoscopy, Jay.
All right, I will.
I'll try to find a doctor, a proctologist that could sponsor the show. We'll just do it live on the air.
Should I go lady or should I go male or female?
That's your choice.
What would you feel more comfortable with?
Neither.
Neither.
Beth.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
We'll find you somebody. We'll find you somebody that's gentle and loving. And they'll talk to you in a sweet voice while they're doing it.
Yeah, whisper sweet nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay, it's going to feel all right, man. You're okay. Now take a deep breath.
How much are you going to pay this person?
I mean, whatever you can afford.
Yeah.
Is there different levels? Like there's top notch, there's the platinum package, there's
the
silver package, bronze, all that good
platinum package is probably a spend the night deal. Like you got to spend the night with me and make sure. Make
sure everything's working after.
Yeah.
I think the worst part is the cleaning out first, from what I understand.
Yeah,
I have yet to get one.
And you have to blow air out before you are dismissed.
Yeah, you gotta let one rip. Right?
You gotta let one rip.
Safety first. You don't want to be walking around on the streets and just stuff starts coming out. But hey.
All right. Well, sorry.
No.
Let's move on.
No, because I can't forget that. I got to make that happen. We're definitely going to make that happen. All right. Some of the high school football games coming up tonight and tomorrow night. We got some big ones in the area. Tonight, you've got North Florida Christian heading over to North Bay Haven Academy. Both teams 0-1 going into that game. The big games coming up tomorrow night, we will start with the Vernon traveling to Liberty County. Both teams 0-1. Both teams trying to get their first win of the season. Arnold will be hosting Providence Christian. Providence Christian is 1-0 on their season. We know Arnold took a tough loss last week to Bay. Arnold looking to rebound in that one to get back to 500 on the season. Leon will be traveling to Bozeman. Leon looking for its first win. Bozeman looking to go 2-0 to start their season. Jay, not you.
Yeah.
Jay, the high school, will be traveling up to Freeport. Both teams 1-0 after their first week. Obviously, Freeport had a pretty strong win last week as well. They're looking to do it again, hosting Jay. Baker, who had a huge win over Vernon last week, will be taking on Destin at Destin, who also had a massive win last week as well. That one likely to be a pretty darn good game. And then you got the matchups of the Waltons. Fort Walton, who's 0-1, will be traveling to the South Walton campus to be taking on the Seahawks. South Walton had a good win last week, looking to make it 2-0 on the season. And then the big one tomorrow night, Jay, do you know who that is?
Is that going to be Bay and Mosley?
Bay and Mosley. Both teams 1-0. Both teams coming off of convincing Week 1 wins. Should be a battle of the athletes. Give me some thoughts on that game coming up. Is Mosley still the cream of the crop, or is Bay catching them a little bit?
I'm going to go with Mosley. I was able to watch a little bit of that game that David and Kyle, which great.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. It's just so much fun well.
It is. But I'm going to pick Mosley. I just feel like they seem like they had their act together Friday night, and they were all kind of hitting on all cylinders. So, I know what. Freitas, the quarterback's no longer there. The new guy, Hollenbach.
Something like that. Hollenbach, Holzenbach, something like that.
Give me a couple weeks. I'll get it.
A couple weeks. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But, yeah, should be a great game. And I know they're also doing it's youth night at Tommy Oliver Stadium. Mosley is the home team in that game. But any youth players that wear their jersey will get in for free. Over there at Tommy Oliver Stadium. So good to see them doing that to get some of the youth to come out to the big-time football game. It's going to be fun. If you haven't been to a Mosley home game recently, a lot of production goes into the start of that game, and it feels like just like a different type of atmosphere. So hopefully you can get out and watch that game, support your local high school teams here. The more butts in the seats, the more exciting it is for the kids. So again, like I always say, it's a pretty cheap date night to go out and watch some good high school football, and we got some good ones coming up tomorrow night. Good one coming up tonight as well. And then, Jay, on the college football side of things, obviously we got past week 0. So here we are, which was the week everybody's been waiting for. Kicks off tonight, 4:30 on ESPN. You've got Boise State, number 25 ranked Boise State, heading to South Florida. Boise State, a 5.5-point favorite in that one. Total is 61.5. Who do you like in that one, Jay?
Oh,
the Broncos come in and beat the Bulls, or does South Florida pull off the upset early in the season?
They're coming into the high humidity South Florida sun. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team and take the points.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Boise State plus 5.5.
Yeah,
I like that. You should write that down.
I think I am actually.
And let me know how that comes to fruition. Because I like that as well.
Plus 5.5.
And then starting on Saturday, if you were a YouTube TV customer, they better get their you-know-what figured out by Saturday morning, because that Texas-Ohio State game is on Fox. And currently right now, Fox and YouTube TV do not have an agreement to broadcast Fox.
And that's Auburn for you guys too, right?
On Fox? No, I don't think so.
No?
Or that's tomorrow night. Auburn plays tomorrow night.
But I think that Auburn game's kind of in, from what I've heard from other folks.
Well, we'll be at the Bay Mosley game. So.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But yeah. Auburn's not in the top 25, so it doesn't show up on here.
They'll get it.
Yeah,
together.
It's on Fox. It's on Fox. Well,
yeah.
Maybe I won't be able to watch it, and then I'll call YouTube TV and ask for some money.
They always make the deals the last few minutes.
It's kind of like holdouts in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, we'll extend you. We'll extend you.
There'll be a handshake.
But, yes, Auburn and Baylor tomorrow night. I believe it's just a 2.5-point game. Who do you like in that one? Auburn's starting the season off with a tough opponent. Auburn trying to start the season on the right foot. This is the year Hugh Freeze has to get it together. He's got his quarterback. He's got a great wide receiving core. They're better at the offensive line. They're basically better in every position group than they've been in the last several years. So it's pretty much you-know-what or get off the pot for Hugh Freeze this year. And starting off with a dub on the road against Baylor would go a long way for this season.
Taking the emotions out of it, you still pick Auburn over Baylor?
Yeah.
Do you?
I just think, kind of like we were talking about earlier, Auburn has better athletes than Baylor. Although Baylor's a great program and they got a lot of money flowing into it as well. So what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, like you said, this is Hugh Freeze's year to
he
go.
Has to.
He has to.
His leash will get extremely short if he doesn't prove that he can win at Auburn this year.
You know, and it's been just years ago. A few years ago, Baylor was a top 14,
and then they had
team.
all that scandal with old coach Art Briles, I think was his name.
Oh yeah,
and they had all that controversy with inappropriate things happening from Baylor football players and students on campus and all that stuff.
Right.
All right, jumping to Saturday. Starts off, like I said, with the big noon kickoff, but for us, it's the big 11 a.m. kickoff. That'll be Texas traveling up to Ohio State, two of the biggest NIL payrolls in the country. Ohio State is just a 1.5-point favorite at home. Low total at 47.5. So looking to be a somewhat defensive game. Obviously, Arch Manning and what's Ohio State's quarterback's name? I just said it the other day. Julian Sayin. Both their first starts Arch Manning's not his first start, but Arch Manning's first start as QB1 for the Texas Longhorns. What do you think? Who wins that one?
Yeah, I do declare a very low scoring ball game. I do.
What is that from? You'll know.
I do. It sounds like Matthew McConaughey. Is it not?
I'm not the movie quote guy like you are.
I'm predicting an all field goal.
No touchdowns?
No touchdowns, all field goals.
Dang.
And I'm going 15-12 Texas.
Ooh, you heard it here first. 15-12 Texas. None of those high-profile wide receivers see the end zone.
Nope.
Wow.
There's a lot of nerves first game. They're 18 years old. They're shaky.
They're shaky.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They maybe need a colonoscopy to get that nerves down. You also have a couple other top 20. Well, Tennessee and Syracuse. Tennessee's a big favorite in that one. Old Dominion versus Max Delighten's Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana should take care of business in that one. Number 2, Penn State takes on the Nevada Wolfpack, traveling all the way across the country to take on the Nittany Lions. Who are your Georgia Bulldogs playing?
The Thundering Herd.
The Thundering Herd of Marshall.
Who you got there, Ryan?
The question is, does Georgia cover the 38.5 or no? That's a big number. If I had to, I would probably take Marshall with the points and Georgia to win by like 28, 35.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. But again, I mean, the new era of the new quarterback there in Gunnar Stockton for Georgia, maybe he's going to throw it all over the place and score 60 points. Yeah. I guess time will tell. Number 22, Iowa State hosting the South Dakota, I believe they're the Jackrabbits, if I'm not mistaken. Oregon hosting Montana State. Oklahoma hosting Illinois State. Florida hosting Long Island. Sounds like a community college there.
Long Island?
Yeah, Long Island. I think it's Long Island University, and they do have a football program.
How about that?
Yeah.
Learned something new today.
There you go. Kansas State is 0-1 after they ruined my best bet last week and they lost in Ireland to Iowa State. They will be hosting North Dakota. That might be worth a couple bucks on the money line to take North Dakota State to maybe upset Kansas State, because North Dakota State has a good track record of making some big-time upsets.
All right, so I'm taking North Dakota State.
For a couple bucks on the money line. I don't know what the money line payout is, but I'm sure it's pretty decent against Kansas State.
I got it.
And then, depending on how many points they're getting, I'd probably throw some on the points too.
Okay.
And then you've got UTSA, that's the University of Texas San Antonio, traveling to play Texas A&M. Not a long way for them to get to College Station there. Obviously, neither one of those teams have played a football game yet. And then the big-time afternoon game, is it going to be a game or not, Jay? Alabama traveling to play Florida State in Tallahassee. Ooh. Any chance Florida State can upset Alabama in this game? Alabama coming off their 9-3 season. Kalen DeBoer's second year. Maybe a little chip on the shoulder for those Alabama Crimson Tide.
Could be. I think it's going to be a better game than what people were anticipating.
Really? Castellanos has been talking a lot of trash to the Crimson Tide, and sometimes that backfires unless you can put your money where your mouth is.
Got some new amenities up there at Doak, right? New stadium, kind of?
I don't know if it's done yet, but yeah, they've been renovating it, adding some more boxes and seats and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, Florida State is a 13.5-point underdog. which sounds kind of appetizing, but you can also see Alabama going up by 14 in like the first 6 minutes of the game. So it sounds decent, but I would probably just stay away from that. And then you got the nightcap coming up. That's another big one. Top 10 matchup, week 1 of the season. The LSU Tigers traveling to the Clemson Tigers. Clemson, a 4.5-point favorite in that one.
Ooh.
You laying the points with Clemson, or are you taking them with LSU?
Too big of a game, week 1. I would take Clemson and the points. No. Hold on. Take that back. I'll take LSU and the points. Take it back.
LSU and the points.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it. And then, as there always is, a big game on Sunday evening. And it typically always is Notre Dame. Notre Dame, number 6. Miami, number 10. Notre Dame, a 2.5-point favorite in that one. Obviously, a new starting quarterback this year. Riley Leonard has moved on to the NFL. And what do you like in that one, Jay?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame laying the points, minus 2.5.
I'll take the money line.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take the money line.
Well, it's probably not going to be. Miami's plus 110, so that means Notre Dame's probably minus 110 in that one. So you'd have to bet a pretty good chunk to cash that one in a decent way.
We'll go there. How about you?
Whew, that was a tough one. I mean, you got your former boy, Carson Beck. He's leading the U now.
Yeah.
Is a U, does he get that new spark, that new excitement, and he, plays really, really good football? I just never like to bet Notre Dame, so I would probably bet Miami money line in that one. I'd stay away from the points because I'd want a little more action out of the money line than the plus 110 with the points, which actually isn't bad. You're getting plus money with the U in that one.
Yeah.
Jay, anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Golfwithjay.com.
Golfwithjay.com. And as I always say, it is not just a golf booking site.
No.
It is your booking Jay's time. You can talk about, blue whale buttholes. You can talk about his next his next his first colonoscopy. Maybe you can accompany him to that appointment that we will get going for him very soon. Go visit our sponsors, American Charlie's, Golf Plus. Open up a new account with Panhandle Credit Union. We appreciate our sponsors being on board with us. This was live now, and of course, it'll live in perpetuity on our podcast channels, Apple, Spotify, Audible, all the other podcast networks out there. And of course, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for all our daily action. We post a lot of highlight videos as well. Our boy Everett gets those out to us, and they always look good. And don't forget, we are live here from Turn Up Studios. If you're looking to start a podcast, check out Turn Up Studios. Not only is it turn up, but it's also turnkey. All you got to do is come here and talk a little bit. They'll take care of the rest for you. Y'all enjoy the first big-time football weekend. Good luck in all your fantasy drafts. We are right around the corner from the start of the NFL season. Jay, it's been a pleasure as always.
Thank you, Ryan.
I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy your stuff. Hopefully the Bulldogs, they better get the win over the Thundering Herd. Y'all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday.